Can we have 2 gold?
It's possible. It depends if you decide.
History, my friend.
If you both decide on.
We'll be champions.
Please welcome on stage Mutaz Barshim and Gianmarco Tamberi. You both met competing, and I guess at that point that you met, did you have the intuition that your sport was a lonesome sport? One in you were going to travel on your own most of the time, you were going to be on your own, and perhaps it was a good idea, consciously, unconsciously, to create relationships with the people that you were competing against. Did you feel that, and how you two met? And
I remember. Do you remember?
I remember very well, man. It was 2010. You can say the location if you want. So we can.
It was in Canada, 2010 at the
Moncton.
Moncton, the World Juniors Championship.
Yeah, I mean, it was already a celebrity, honestly. Yeah, it was the. Yeah, you were. It was the #1 in the ranking in the World Junior Championship, and I remember we met like probably 3-4 days before the competition. What did I say?
I remember it very well because I was walking with a colleague of mine, you know, from the accommodation to the food court, you know, trying to get some lunch, and he just walked up to me. Oh man, you're crazy. How are you? And he jumped, and I'm like, who is this crazy guy? Like, okay, thank you. Oh, I like you jump. I'm okay, thank you very much. And then I tell my friends, this guy is very passionate. He's crazy. It's like, yeah, he's very passionate. I'm like, yeah, and that was the first impression of meeting this guy. Like 2 or 3 days later, we competed against each other, and the first time we competed against each other. And do you remember? I don't remember what happened next.
Man, you won the World Championship. I didn't even get in the final. Yeah. I don't know how you can't remember. Yeah, I remember.
he didn't want to say it, I think.
You didn't want to say
No,
that.
he let
right?
you say it.
Yeah, I mean, that was the first time we met, but not the moment we became friends, I will say, because from there we started meeting each other many times in the competition, and we start to understand that probably we would have shared many moments together. We never supposed that kind of moment, but many special moments. So we start to speak together during the competition, to understand how was the other, what was the value of the other, and there were so many things in common, I would say. So many things. We probably are opposite in the track, because if you see each other, if you see us competing, we are totally different way. Chiara always say me, my wife that is here, she always say me, you have to look at him, he's elegant, you are a disaster. He's like, yeah, that's me. You marry me, so. But the nice thing is that we have so many things in common, like the love we have for our family, the passion we share when we do high jump, the way we are really focusing our goal, the way we want to achieve our goal, and the way we respect rules. And I think I'm really proud to share these moments with such a really nice guy before than a jumper.
Quite clearly, these things that you've got in common is what takes the relationship, the friendship, a long way. But at first, by the sounds of it, by how you're talking here, by the videos I've watched of you, you completely different personalities. So at the beginning, it must have been like, I like that crazy guy, and you must have think of him. What did you think of Mutaz? What did you think of?
I thought, I mean, in the beginning, it was like a superhero, honestly. Since 2010, when I met him, as a night jumper, it was like, wow, I will never get there, honestly. As a human being, like when you speak to somebody that you say, wow, and he's like really humble, he's like you, he tried to help you in the competition, you say, come on, I mean, he's a nice guy. You know, when you meet somebody
Not always.
I mean, you're not helping everybody.
Not so nice.
when you meet somebody that you look at him like he's somebody big, I'm really happy to meet him. and then he's that humble. He helps you during competition to grow. He helps you to understand things, because he's also 1 year older than me. So he's passed through what I passed through 1 year before.
Yeah.
So he helped me also during my journey, and I was happy to share, like to have this kind of how you say, like somebody to look for that helps you, and it was nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's not, how say, not much to say. It's, I understand in a, let's say, in a bit earlier times that, you know, in sports sometimes things we go through made us who we are. And thanks to my team, I have a great team around me, my coach, you know, my physio, my doctor, my family, my partners, everyone, including, of course, Aspire Academies and everyone that's here and in Doha. It's, you know, I grew up into the mentality of knowing that my biggest driver is myself. Things around me can, I think about it only as an, sometimes it's obstacles or distraction, and the other times, what I like the more is actually things that make me better, including my competitors. So, of course, we compete at the same competition, but he is not really my target. My target is actually the bar jumping high, which is myself, focusing on myself, trying to beat myself. And all the thing that's around it is only a bonus, you know. I want to have everyone competing. I want them to feel the rush. I want to feel the adrenaline. I want to be there. So with that mentality, with that mindset, I just knew we need to use the sports side, the humanity side, to elevate each other, because I know, and as he said, we have so much in common. We analyze the sport, you know, we have the same passion, we have the fight, we're driven. So me helping my friend, or he helping me to take it to the next level, is actually benefiting both of us. So with that mindset, I believe that we both can go to higher places, and we still keep that competitive between us, because he is greedy, I'm greedy. We always want more, better. But I think the best way to do that is focusing on ourselves, but at the same time elevate, you know, each other.
And by hearing you both talk, you changed the perception of what competing is, and quite clearly it makes us understand even better that moment. But we're not there yet, because before that moment, I think there was something that there's a lot of elite athletes and coaches here and players that have gone through injury and the difficulties that means for your head, for your body. And you both did, separated by 2 years, is that right, 2016, 2018, and you help each other in that process. Let's start with you. How did Mutaz help you at that point, at that low point, when you were at the best?
So 2016, July 2016, 1 month to the Olympic game in Rio. Last competition before the Olympics, it was the Diamond League. I was in a crazy shape. Trust me, the best shape ever. I'm still searching for that shape. I won the competition with 239. All the best athletes were there. Mutaz, of course, and everybody that jumped in the final were there. And after 239 I jumped 239 was the national record, my personal best, still my personal best. Trying to attempt 241, something happened. Like, I remember my ankle twist inside, and I immediately understand that was really bad, and I didn't have the chance to compete in the Olympics. But all in the sudden you feel like in the best moment of your life, and then in the hell, like you're done, finish, all your dream, everything you work for, it's finished. Just 30 days before the Olympics. And it was really, really difficult to go through it. And I thanks my wife, as always, because she was close to me, and she helped me to wake up the morning with the cry in my eyes every day. And then after a while, after 1 year of working and surgeries, because I did 2 surgeries of belief, I remember I did my first competition. So after 1 year, you decide to go back, to try again. You want to challenge yourself. You have a goal. You can do it again. You go out there. It was Paris, 2017, Diamond League, first Diamond League. I was really excited to compete, because after 1 year of physiotherapy, surgery, crying and everything, I remember I was really really like, you feel the energy. I need to compete. I need to challenge myself to see where I am. I went out there. All my opponents were there and trying to they were happy to see me because I was back after 1 year. And I remember they were clapping to me and everything. First attempt, 215, first height, miss. Second height, miss. Third attempt, miss. So 3x, and I get home without any good attempt, and was like terrible. Trust me, because you look, it's like you believe that something is possible, but then you look yourself to the mirror and you see just no way. It's just your dream. There is no chance to get it. I remember I get back in the hotel, I close the door, I start crying in the bed alone. I didn't want to talk to anybody. My father was trying to text me to say me, hey, we have the flight tomorrow, please answer me. He was knocking my door, I didn't answer anybody. I didn't answer my wife, my mother. At one time I remember this guy came to my door. He knocked, I didn't answer. He knocked, I didn't answer. He said, hey man, I know you're there. I'm Mutaz. I say, man, please go away. I don't want to talk. I say, let me in, just 1 second. So I try to take my strength and open the door, even if I didn't want to open the door. I just wanted to stay by myself. But I knew that he could help me. He was like a friend who came there to give you the hand, the shoulder, or whatever. I opened the door and we started speaking for a while, like 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, 1 hour. I don't remember. Maybe it was 4 hours. I don't really remember. But I know what he told me. But honestly, right now, it's not what the important thing. The important thing of this story is that he came and he knocked my door. He just came there to me to help me. And that's just wonderful, honestly.
Wow. This story is definitely a key scene of the Hollywood movie of your life stories. It's a key scene. But a year later, you get the same injury. How did Gianmarco help you at that point?
Yes. Well, let me start first of saying that as a professional athlete, I understand that injuries is a big part of what we're doing. And if I'm gonna challenge myself, if I want to push myself to the extreme, I will never know when is the limit if I didn't push myself to the limit. So with that, I'm well aware of the risk, but of course, none of us is really prepared for that. Even though you might talk about it or something, but you're not really actually prepared until you find yourself in that dark place. Same thing, my story, 2018, feeling great, great shape, great year, winning everything. Came back from 2017, was amazing year. Didn't lose a single competition. Was very excited. Talked to my coach. This year, I'm going for world records. I want to, push myself to the extreme, push myself to the limit, and I feel like I'm at the right place, like physically and mentally, like ready for that. I was in, it was in Hungary, like I think it was June, in Hungary in June. And I jumped 240, that competition. I felt great, and to be honest, it felt so effortless. Meeting record, winning the competition, world lead. I look at my coach, and you know what? I think I'm ready. I'm gonna raise the bar to 246, which is the world record. And at my first attempt, it felt so close. And
I guarantee you it was.
yeah, yeah, you were there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It was so close that I almost shocked myself because I didn't even give it 100%. And I know, I'm like, wow, the next one, I'm definitely gonna clear that. So I was so in a mental state, like I was so up there, and I was so in a tunnel vision, so focused, looking at my coach, giving me like advices, what to do, what not to do. And I'm like, okay, I'm going for it. The stadium was quiet, clapping, and preparing myself, the first step, second step, 3 steps, running the curve toward the takeoff. I remember planting my foot so hard, and it's the same thing. The only thing I hear is just like clicking. And the pain was, it was a very strong pain, like unbelievably. I never felt that before, and it was almost like I got like a electric shock. I didn't know what it was, but I thought to myself, I definitely broke some bone. I definitely did something that's really, really bad. fell down on the high jump mat, looked down at my foot. It was swallowing. It was blue. The pain was, yeah, unbearable. They had to take me up, brush me inside. I see my physio and everyone that rushing. My teammates, Gianmarco definitely was there. And they took me inside, my physio took my foot, trying to see the stability, if there is something holding my ankle. And he looked at me and he said, this is not good. This is not good. You have no ligament left. So I broke both of my ligaments. Left side, right side, it was absolutely no support. They had to fly me back, rushly. I was to Germany, and then when I remember coming to the professor's room. He looked at me. He's like, "You need to do surgery now." I'm like, "Give me a chance. I need to talk to someone." He took my. He said, "No. The more time you're gonna keep it is gonna be very, very bad for you." And I'm not talking bad like coming back to job. I'm talking bad like having problem walking. So imagine that kind of the feeling, just as he said, like at one moment you're the best, you're the top of the world. A few moments later, you're in a wheelchair. You don't know if you ever gonna have a chance to do what you do best. That's it? My career was over. What's plan B, C, D, something? So you're feeling so depressed in a way. You're so down in a dark hole, and you just feel like the world is shut down on you. Being in that kind of place sometimes. You need someone that been through these kind of things to make you understand, or to feel like a kind of hope. Of course, I have my family and everyone that really, really is close to me. As I say again, I give so much props to my team, because I really have a great team that were there for me rather than just caring about the performance. Like, we don't care about anything, we care about you. We want you to get well, we want you to be 100%. And I remember like talking to Gianmarco constantly. I know when I wake up from the surgery, find like some few messages from you, and he's like, I know, you probably don't want to talk. I know what you've been through. Please talk to me. I've been there. I want to be there for you, and I want you to feel like it's a thing that you're not in it alone. With that comes, of course, the part that we're not only athletes, we're not only like brothers, but also this is real life for me. Like, it's real life. Sports sides away. It's a real life situation. As I say, like it's something that affects my personal life, and to having someone there that really care about me deeply and trying to talk me mentally to get me out of that dark hole, it means a lot to me. And yeah, and he was there.
Let's jump to happier times. Let's go to Tokyo. Let's put the context of it, the temperature, the humidity. No, the fact that there were no fans. Just tell us about competing. That you at that point you both competing for gold, obviously.
So I think we can start from the competition. I remember of us. It was before the presentation. They took us out of the stadium, and I remember all the athletes were together, and me and him, we were apart. We started speaking, and we were asking each other, Can you imagine we are really here? It's gonna happen, like the best moment of the last 5 years is gonna happen. And we were so high, we were trying to like hype each other. That's crazy, because you never do it with your opponents, honestly. If you have somebody to beat, you will never say something that can help him. But we were doing it. Like I was hyping him, he was hyping me, and there is no sense. Just the sense is that two friends were going to participate to the best event in the sports in the last 5 years, and we're trying like to live as the best moment of their lives. So that's what we have done during the whole competition. And it was like a punch back. He jumped to 219 at the first attempt. I know he was the man to beat, because I mean Mutaz is always the man to beat. So like you can be like 30 people, he is the man to beat. And he was jumping before me. I remember very well. And he was jumping every single jump at the first attempt. I say, come on, he will miss. At one point he will miss. It's impossible. And it was every single jumping like this, 219, 224, 228. I say, come on, I can't miss. 230, 233 at first. Whoa, man, this guy is not joking today. And then 235, his turn. I say, come on, he can't do it at the first attempt. He will miss at some point. 235 at first attempt. I say, come on, man, please. And I don't know how I was finding some kind of confidence inside me. I was following him and jumping every single attempt as he done at the first attempt. And then 237 came. I mean, for him, 237 is a night. For me, it's something like a wall, you know. I mean, he jumped over 237, I don't know, 1,000 times probably.
1001.
For me, I jumped over 237 like probably 3 times in my career. So it was his turn, 237, first attempt. I was there, focus on myself. Of course, I never pray in my life or desire the other to miss the attempt. So when he was jumping, probably I wasn't watching a team because I was focused on myself, but I never pray him to miss the attempt. Of course, when he did it, I said, come on, Mutaz, please. But then he came to me, and I remember very well, at 237, I look at the bar, and I didn't clear that bar since I got that injury in 2016. So the last time, it was 2021, the last time I cleared that bar, it was 2016. 5 years for a dream. But it was my moment. I don't know why. I was feeling like unbeatable. I was feeling like, you know, when you do everything for that, every single thing you can do, you did it. So you will achieve your goal. There is no other option. You will achieve that goal. And I was so confident that was my day. And yeah, magic happened, and I clear as he did 237. I was, wow, amazing.
To me, as I mentioned before earlier, coming from that surgery, you know, sitting out there, not knowing my future, I don't know what's gonna happen next. If God's gonna give me one more chance here, I'm gonna do it differently. I'm gonna enjoy a little bit. I feel like I was going so hard through my career. Like it's like a tunnel vision. Like what's next? Okay, next record, winning record, which is amazing, which is great, of course, great result. But I felt like I wasn't really enjoying it as much as I should until I got that injury, and I'm sitting here with a cast, and I felt like, did I miss out on the joy of doing what I actually love? But then I start to think, if God give me one more chance, I'm really gonna enjoy. I'm gonna do it differently this time. And fast forward to Tokyo 2020, as Gianmarco mentioned, we are so prepared. We are so ready. You know, that's the moment. Coming from 2016, I had silver. I'm like, okay, I want. That was like 2012, my first Olympics, got silver. 2016 got silver, but I never really felt so ready mentally since until I actually reached Tokyo. Tokyo, I felt I was so mature. I'm like, this is my moment. I'm not gonna let this go. I know what to do. I'm enough experienced to deal with any circumstances that are gonna happen today, whether it's like my competitors, whether it's the weather, whatever. So I felt like I'm in a good place, and my physical was like around 90%, I would say, which is in my head. I thought it was more than enough for that day. And as I say, the competition start. We were so focused. Like we were really focused, clearing each height from the first attempt, from the beginning to 237. I mean, it's never been done in history with 2 athletes come to the Olympics, clear each height from the beginning to 237 from the first attempt. So that's by itself is history. You are sitting here. Imagine how many Olympics have been, and you are producing the best performance in Olympic history. So when the bar was at 237, I cleared, he cleared. I look left and right. Everybody else is done. At that point, I start to get a little bit sentimental, knowing that from where we've been, not only myself, him as well, coming back from that surgery to just be able to do the sport again, it's like a milestone. It feels like nearly impossible to do that against the best high jumpers in the world and beat everyone coming back from where you come from. It's almost like I got a tear in my eyes. Of course, I need to focus. I'm still in the competition, but I could not believe I'm here. From the surgery room to this moment at the Olympics, we're standing here. There's no one else left. And to be honest, that was, for me, the key and the moment that I know I have, it's not only about me. I had my team with me through this 4 or 5 years, away from their family, 24/7, sacrifice, just like I did, put their life on the line to make sure that I'm gonna be ready, to make sure that I'm back again, to make sure that I feel good, to make sure that we have the result that we hope to have. And now that I'm finally here, I feel like it's I need to give them that moment. And he did the same. He'd been through everything, the darks, you know, the ups and downs. So I know from what I've been through, there is no way in the world I deserve silver. Like having silver, it will be just like unacceptable. And as long as I'm thinking that myself, I think that was him as well. So for me, like sharing that gold, it was a cherry on top. And this is nothing that you can think about or plan, because who knows that you will make it to this height? Who knows that you will jump and beat everyone else, you know? So when we both reach that, and I look and it's him, that's it. The best finishing today is we share that, because he needs to reward himself. He needs to reward his wife that stand by his side. He needs to reward his people, the sacrifice, and I need to do the same for my team. So, and that was the moment that changed everything, to be honest.
So I remember that moment like it was yesterday. I was still briefing because I was the last to jump and I missed the 39. And the judge came. We were like close. If I'm not wrong, before the judge came to us, I hug Mutaz and I say him something like, "Man, whatever will finish this competition, I'm proud to share this moment with you." I'm pretty sure I did something like this because I was really proud. I mean, I'm still proud to have this moment with him. And then the judge came and he started talking about what was the chances. And Mutaz say, "Can we have 2 gold?" That sentence. "Can we have 2 gold?" That's magic sentence. I woke up like, oh man, this is
Is that possible?
is that possible? Is that even possible to the Olympics? Because nobody did it before.
Yeah.
And as soon as the judge, I remember, he say, "Yes, if," he didn't complete the sentence. He said, "Yes, if," he turned to me, "History, my friend." And I look at him and say, "Man, come on." I mean, we didn't even
Nah, it wasn't
thought
that.
for 1 second
Nah.
to took the other plan.
It's the time. We can continue with the jump off.
Can we have 2 gold?
It's possible. It depends if you decide.
History, my friend.
If you both decide on.
We'll be champions.
Try to imagine you with your best friend in the track, in what you do, sharing the best moment of your life. You and his best moment of his life. Or you have to challenge, so one can live the best moment of his life, the other will cry. What would you do? I mean, you don't even think about it. Honestly, you don't even think, and we didn't think. We just hug each other. We understood. We really did history, and we did our history and our country history. And if I have to go back, I will. Even if you tell me, I guarantee you will win. I will never do it, never, because sharing with him, it's like the maximum plus of that competition.
It's basically a unique story told uniquely by both of you. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you tonight and to hear all that. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Gianmarco. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.